Ever wondered about the origins of the words you use every day? Well, stop wondering because we're about to dive headfirst into the wacky world of words. Here's what we'll be doing. 1. We'll be diving deep into the roots of 10 unique English words, and trust me, some of them are real tongue twisters. 2. We'll explore their meanings, origins, and how they've evolved over time, or in other words, their life stories. 3. Our linguistic excursion will take us through Satraps, Divergence, Defection, Incumbency, Botched, Devoid, Chink, Prongs, Astute, and Cohesion. And no, those aren't ingredients for a magic potion. So buckle up, put on your thinking caps, and get ready for a linguistic adventure that's more fun than a barrel of monkeys. First on our list is the word satraps. And no, it's not a type of wrap you can eat. The term satraps originates from Old Persian. And before you think it, no, they weren't ancient rappers. Satraps were provincial governors in ancient Persia, which is their first claim to fame. They were the power wielders of their time. Think of them as the CEOs of their provinces, but with fancier hats. They were charged with some weighty responsibilities, including maintaining peace and collecting taxes. Today, the term satrap has found its way into modern English in a metaphorical sense. It's used to describe someone who holds power in a specific sphere. And trust me, it's not just a cool word to impress your friends at parties. So next time you hear satraps, think of historical governors from ancient Persia, not a new type of sandwich wrap. Moving on, we have divergence. Divergence, simply put, is a difference or conflict in opinions, interests, or characteristics. The word divergence hails from the Latin term divergere, meaning to move apart. It's used in modern English to express the idea of things deviating or straying from a common point or path. Think of it as a fork in the road, where each prong represents a different direction or outcome. Remember, divergence is all about differences and separations. Next up is defection. This word paints a picture of abandonment or even betrayal. It comes from the Latin defectionem, meaning revolt, failure. In the modern day, defection is used to describe the act of leaving a cause, a country, or an alliance that one was previously committed to. It's not just about moving away, but also about breaking a bond of loyalty. So defection signifies a sort of abandonment or betrayal. Now, let's dive into incumbency. This word refers to the act of holding an office or the period during which one is held. The term incumbency has roots in Latin, specifically from incumbere, which means to take up. In modern contexts, it's often used in political or professional settings to highlight one's tenure or position. So, when you hear about a politician's incumbency, it's about their time in office. Incumbency is all about holding a position or office. Next, we're exploring botched. The term botched refers to doing something in a clumsy or inadequate way, often due to carelessness or lack of skill. Its roots are a bit of a mystery, with no clear origin. In modern usage, it's a common way to express that something has been messed up or mishandled. If you hear about a botched job or a botched attempt, it means the task was poorly executed. So if something is botched, it's been poorly done or messed up. Moving forward, let's look at devoid. This word describes something that is entirely lacking or free from something else. It's as if you've completely emptied a container, leaving it devoid of its contents. The word devoid comes from the old French word devoider, meaning to empty. Today we use devoid in many contexts, from a conversation devoid of sense to a landscape devoid of life. So remember, devoid means completely lacking in something. Next, we have chink. This term hails from Middle English and describes a narrow opening or crack. Think of the chinks in a suit of armor or a wall. It's often used metaphorically as well, symbolizing a weak spot or vulnerability. So whether it's a chink of light peeping through a door or the chink in your armor of confidence, remember, chink is all about small openings or cracks, so chink refers to a small opening or crack. Up next is prongs. Prongs are each of the two or more projecting pointed parts at the end of a fork. The word prong has its roots in Old Norse, specifically from the word prion, which means pin or peg. In today's usage, we still use prongs to describe the tines of a fork, but it can also refer to any similar pointed projecting part of an object. So, prongs are the pointed parts that you see at the end of a fork. Now, let's delve into astute. This word describes someone who has the knack for accurately assessing situations or people and using this to their advantage. Derived from the Latin word astutus, it signifies craftiness and shrewdness. Today, when we call someone astute, we're complimenting their sharp intelligence, their ability to make smart decisions, and their knack for understanding the world around them. So, astute is all about sharp intelligence and shrewdness. Last but not least, we have cohesion. The word cohesion denotes the action or fact of forming a united whole. It is derived from the Latin coherere, meaning to stick together. In modern usage, it's often used to describe the unity within a group or the harmony between various parts of a whole. Whether it's a team, a piece of writing, or a well-oiled machine, cohesion is key. So cohesion is all about sticking together and forming unity. And that's all, folks. We've reached the end of our word for today. We've traveled through various words and concepts like Satraps, Divergence, Defection, Incumbency, Botched, Devoid, Chink, Prongs, Astute, and Cohesion, and didn't even need a passport. We've learned about these different terms and their meanings. It's like a workout for your brain. We've encouraged you to start incorporating these words into your daily conversations. Impress your friends, confuse your enemies by sprinkling these words onto your chats, and spice them up with a dash of intellect and charm. So keep exploring the world of words and enrich your vocabulary. Until next time, word nerds.